Hi everyone. The last semester of college has finally arrived. It feels like yesterday since I stepped to St. Joseph's for the first time. I was making friends at freshman orientation by shaking hands with greetings as well as getting their numbers. 7 semesters ago was my first semester of college. I had no expectations around that time. It was my first time seeing my professors, seeing my future classmates, and being introduced to work in college. Homework in college was supposed to be a lot more work than in high school. During my first semester in college, I took freshman seminar and freshman year experience. Both those courses taught me the purpose of time management as well as learning how to transition from high school to college. I've made new friends in those courses. Both those courses helped me get through college. I remember the first time I hung out with my college friends outside of campus. Going bowling and eating at an Italian restaurant was the first social activity I've done with them. Hanging out with my college friends felt different because these friends were different as opposed to my hometown and in high school. I got adjusted at the end of freshman year. When I was a freshman, I came in undeclared because I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. The question I had myself was, should I declare psychology or English? I took most of these courses around that year. I learned that psychology is a hard major because it's a lot of abstract thinking. As for English, teaching's the only thing I can do for English. Other than that, what else could I also do with that major? By sophomore year, I declared my major to hospitality and tourism because I took courses based on this major. I knew I wanted to declare this major because it gives me all the access to all the hotels and tourism industries throughout my job search. By the summer came, I declared that major. When I also quit my job around that time, and I applied to other jobs closer to home. Finding a job was not easy. It requires having the best interview skills you could develop, such as printing out your resume and references, as well as how people see how you look at a job. What I also learned through the previous semesters is the ability to get involved around campus. Between the Autism Sevens Club, Best Buddies Club, and the History Club, these clubs showed me who I am today. I enjoy meeting new people and experiencing what these clubs were meant to be. My friends would say to me, get involved around campus. Go to the club fair. There's so many opportunities to connect with others. These clubs were not just about connections, but also enjoying life on campus. If you'd like to join a club or organization, I suggest find one that fits your interests. I also learned that if you want to become president of the club or organization, I suggest putting that on your resume. College friends take time to develop. As we get closer, we spend more time together. Some friends are shy, some friends are extroverted, and some of them are just in between. Work in college was difficult at first, but I got used to it. It takes days to write an essay or two, or even solve math problems. Whenever I need more time to write an essay, professors just give an extension or me during office hours. I didn't just learn the material, but rather develop the ability to create a conversation with other classmates. Since some of my classes are online, replying to classmates is like nothing like it on campus. These were called discussion boards. These discussion boards were about answering questions, reacting to others' classmates' responses, and as well as writing your own response to a specific question. The question I had myself before entering college was, were my high school teachers and staff accurate about what's life like on campus? The best answer to this question was both yes and no. It was a lot more work, but I had more freedom in college than I did in high school. The previous semester and the semester before that, I took 6 courses because I switched from hospitality to business. The work was heavy enough where I got more stressed and tired then. I was ahead in the credits by 4, so I was ahead in the game. These past 7 semesters were a success. I thought to myself, how did time fly so fast? I didn't really expect it to be my last semester already. Since the last semester arrived, it would be my time to get my letter from my 18-year-old self, because I wrote my letter to my future self 4 years ago in high school. Once I opened this letter, I would be saying to myself, what did my 18-year-old self do to prepare for the future? When I was 18, I prepared for college to look to find connections in freshman orientation, as well as what stepping foot into college was really like for the first time. One thing I wish I learned while I was a freshman was to get more support when it came to my decision making about college. I came to St. Joseph's for a reason. It was to stay close to home, and the tuition was considered cheaper than most colleges I've applied to. Choosing a college isn't just about academics, but building connections with other people, especially peers. Wish me the best of luck in the last semester of college. Leaving St. Joseph's is sad, but I'm not alone. At the end of my last semester of college, there are 2 major choices: going to graduate school and going straight to the workforce. There's an expression saying the grass will always be greener on the other side because it's fake. However, if one choice doesn't work out, the other choice will always will. I just want to give a big thank you to those who supported me in these past 7 semesters. The real world is something to look forward to. It'll be a whole different chapter. So wish me luck for the best of it as I'm on the road to close this chapter by finishing strong in the next 15 weeks.